What he had just witnessed was like going to a club and all the dancers were vegan and in nun uniforms. Exactly. It just made no sense, bro. And this turned him into a monster. He was no longer Perry the Demogorgon. He became Perry the Snitch. What's up, guys? It's your boy Scalentino, and this is the part 2 of how I almost got expelled from high school. If you haven't already seen it, the link's in the description. I highly recommend watching it before watching this one so you can understand the story better. Alright, onto the video.
Coronavirus!
We kept getting more and more irons, and soon enough the students in the other room started noticing, and they would occasionally come ask us for irons. And because of how generous and kind-hearted we were, we'd give it to them. For a fee, of course. The price was $2, and payment was due immediately. Business was booming, but as every good thing in life has a beginning, it will inevitably have an end. Our hustle eventually came to a screeching halt almost as soon as it started, and the cause of the halt was none other than Perry, the platypus. Nah, I'm just kidding. But his name was Perry though, and he was definitely built like a platypus. Perry had seen one of my roommates using his iron, which should not have been a problem. Let's call my roommate Scorpion. Now let's add some accent to that. We'll call him Scorpion. And let me explain to you why it's not supposed to be a problem that Scorpion was using Perry's iron. We were 200 students in a dorm that had only 6 outlets. So every weekend, no more than 6 irons were released to us, even though there were over 200 irons in the storage. And if you're wondering why it's over 200 irons in the storage, it's because every student is required to bring an iron to school. But chances of you getting your own iron on the weekend, it's pretty slim. Because the potter wasn't gonna go digging for yours in the pile, he'd just pick any from the top and have you sign some paperwork so he knows who took what iron and when. It was normal to see someone using your iron. But Perry wasn't having it because of 3 reasons. 1, he hated me and my roommates because early that week he asked to use one of our irons without paying for it and we refused to let him use it. 2, he knew we didn't fill out any paperwork to get the iron. And 3, it was his iron. Heck, I'd probably do the same thing if it happened to me. Long story short, Scorpion decided to return the iron to the potter because he didn't want to give Perry the satisfaction of having his iron. So now Scorpion didn't have an iron to use and Perry didn't have to worry about someone else using his iron. It was a win-win for everybody. It might have been a hollow victory, but everyone was happy. Is what I'd like to say. But you see, this twisted Perry. It turned him into something we'd never seen before. The most we'd seen Perry upset was when his food was stolen. Perry was the Demogorgon. And everybody knows you don't f*** with a Demogorgon's food. But even when he was upset at losing his food, he could still be rational. But not this time. This was different. This was a different type of hurt, you see. What he had just witnessed was like going to a club and all the dancers were vegan and in nun uniforms. Exactly. It just made no sense, bro. And this turned him into a monster. He was no longer Perry the Demogorgon. He became Perry the Snitch. So he told on us to the dorm manager, and the dorm manager asked him to show him the hole he was talking about. And once Perry walked into our room and pointed at the hole, the dorm manager immediately swiped left on his face like he was Tinder. I believe the appropriate phrase to describe this ordeal is the phrase slap. Yes, Perry was slapped into confusion. Why? Because the dorm master didn't believe him. Why? Because from the dorm master's perspective, the hole was just too small for a person to fit. After he slapped Perry, he told us if we didn't confess how we got our hands on so many irons, everyone in our room was gonna get expelled. This is obviously a lie, because the evidence that everyone took the iron from the storage was basically non-existent. We all knew he was bluffing, or so I thought. Turns out this threat was actually able to scare someone, and that someone told on me and Philip. After that, we got called out during our final exams for violating the school's code of conduct. Long story short, Philip got expelled and I got suspended. Philip was expelled because he had racked up a considerable amount of violations under his belt. I would have been expelled too to maintain fairness, but I didn't have as many violations. And I went on competitions for my school, so I guess they couldn't afford to lose me just yet. Moral of the story, abide by the rules. I and Philip didn't, and that's why we ended up how we did. I was actually punished a lot more when I got home, because African parents don't play that shit. My dad was like, But that's a story for a different video. As usual, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace! Hold on. This is a post-edit audio. I hope you all enjoyed the video. From now on, I'm going to be uploading on Fridays. Not every Friday of every week or every 2 weeks. Because to be honest, I don't really have a timeline for when I finish the video. But whenever it's finished, it will always be uploaded on a Friday. So yeah, from now on, you guys should just look out for my videos on Fridays. This is my attempt at giving my YouTube somewhat of a structure. The semester just ended. I just took my last final like yesterday. So I should have a bunch of time to make videos this summer. So yeah.